Welcome back to Learn JavaScript on Codecademy. We're in the JavaScript in the DOM section. This is lesson 3, Document Object Model. And it says, the document object model, commonly referred to as the DOM, is the term for elements in an HTML element file. Elements are any HTML code denoted by HTML tags like div, a, or p. Div being a division tag, a being an anchor tag, or P being a paragraph tag. Let's use JavaScript to interact with the DOM. We can select an HTML element with JavaScript by selecting its class attribute, like this. So we have a variable called header and we assign to it the class example class name. And we do that by doing document.get elements by class name and then putting the class name in parentheses in quotes, this class being example class name. This would find an element like this in the HTML. So this would be inside our HTML file. This would be a div that we have inside our HTML with a class of example class name. The instructions say, let's see how JavaScript can select an HTML element. Inside index.html, notice there's a div element with a class skill set on line 10. Let's select this element with JavaScript. Click on the folder icon to navigate to the js/main.js. Inside main.js, delete the alert you wrote in the last exercise, then create a variable named skillset and set it equal to the HTML element with the class skillset. So if we zoom out, we go here, go to our JS folder, open main.js, we see our alert here. We want to select from index the div with the class skillset. So we would copy skillset and do what they did here, which would be we would go to our main, create a var skillset, and assign to it that selected class by selecting it using document.get elements by class name and then putting skillset. This would save within the variable skillset that div element with the class skillset. So let's run this, and as you can see, we passed the first test. Second, under the skillset variable, use an alert to make the skillset variable's value into a pop-up. We can do this by going right under here and doing alert and alerting skillset. So let's go ahead and run this. And as you guys can see, we have this object HTML collection. So this is basically telling us that skillset is an object, an HTML object, which in turn actually contains that div. So 3 says, way to go. The pop-up showed that you selected an object HTML collection. This confirms that JavaScript can select HTML elements. Since we can select HTML elements, we can manipulate them. Selecting and modifying HTML elements with plain JavaScript can be tricky. Luckily, there's an easier way. Click next to learn more. So that is it for this lesson. Next, we will find out more on how to manipulate whatever we select from within our JavaScript. Next, we will find out how to manipulate whatever we select from our HTML using JavaScript.